Ladies and gentlemen, this is probably the best stream out there on YouTube right now. Forget all those other channels on YouTube, and except from Louisiana. Forget all those other, channels. This is probably the most single important thing right now ever. And Colt 49. I need a beer, Colt. You the first person that gave me a beer today. I asked 3 different people to buy me a beer. Them some bitches are so cheap. I couldn't even get a beer today. I'm very disappointed. I need to start drinking more. Couldn't hurt. Drinking more is a good thing. It's you got to So we'll see on the whatever. So I'm looking a little bit at that. So we are waiting for Savage Batman in the bill. I don't know where Boudreaux is. I sent the link to Boudreaux. There's 1 or 2 possibilities. He's either on somebody else's stream or he's probably taking a nap. He usually wakes up about 7:30, 8 o'clock. So So we shall see. But Boudreaux was here for 3 hours the other night. So I only watch the Saints game. I do not watch the NFL anymore. Ever since the no call, I will not watch the game tonight. I don't care who wins. I don't care who loses. I am only watching this since the no call. Since they screwed my quarterback in 2019. The only game I watch from the NFL is the Saints. That's it, period. Other 31 teams don't exist, don't matter. At least to me anymore. Well, the NFL, as long as the commission is around. But I will say this. Jerry Jones is the stupidest, dumb son of a bitch on this planet today. He trades away his best player for no reason. That's why the Cowboys never win ball games. You trade away your best defensive player, your offense sucks, and you're going to trade the only person that's good on defense. I don't, appreciate you, Batman. And nobody comes here anymore. It's kind of, whatever. I just do it for fun. I don't even care about the whole monetization bullshit anymore. If it happens, great. If it doesn't, I don't know. Nah, Jerry Jones gets his panties in a twist. Micah Parsons probably told him, "Hey, boss, I need a raise." And Jerry Jones said, yeah, about that. Yeah, you can go fuck yourself. Well, we ain't giving you a raise. The Eagles tried to get Micah Parsons, but I would have been. At least Jerry Jones had the wherewithal to not fucking trade him in the division. Imagine if Jerry Jones traded him to the Eagles. That would have been the stupidest move of all time. Honestly, he should have traded him to an AFC team. He should have traded him to like the Colts or something. Trading him to the Packers is gonna kick his ass in the long run. And the beauty part is, the Cowboys play the Packers in Week 4. You bet your ass. You know who's gonna get punished? Dak Prescott. Micah Parsons probably gonna have 6 or 7 sacks on his ass. So, shit, if I was the head coach, I'd be like, Micah, guess what? We're gonna make you starting running back, quarterback. We're gonna play your ass on offense, defense. Fuck, you're gonna run the kickoff back. We're gonna make sure you run it down Jerry's throat. We're gonna run up the skull. We're gonna hand you the ball, a la Refrigerator Perry on the 1-yard line. You're gonna score a fucking offensive touchdown. You're gonna have 6 sacks. You're gonna score a defensive touchdown. We're gonna throw you a pass and you're gonna catch a touchdown. Shit, I would let him score like 12 touchdowns against Dallas. Or any team. I let him score at will. And then I'd rub it in his face. I said, here's the press conference. And then I let him say, I was a head coach. I let him say and do whatever the hell he felt like. I'd be like, yeah, say whatever the hell you want. I don't care. Go ahead. I mean, it's only a one-time shot. But what if Green Bay meets Dallas in the playoffs? Well, I know this is going to come back to bite Jones. And yeah, he got some guy in two number one draft picks. Big deal. He could have got 10 number one draft picks. Jerry Jones don't know how to draft. He's never known how to draft. The only reason the Cowboys won those 3 Super Bowls in the 90s is because Jimmy Johnson was the fucking general manager and coach. It had nothing to do with Jerry Jones. Once Jimmy Johnson left, Barry Switzer won that title because he had all of Jimmy Johnson's players. Once Aikman got hurt and retired, once Smith started to go down, and Irving got hurt, ain't never replaced him. Of course, Jimmy Johnson couldn't do the same thing with the Dolphins that he did with the Cowboys, but it's kind of hard to duplicate success twice in a row. But, that's just the name of the game. But I don't have a dog in the fight, Eagles, Cowboys. I couldn't draft my fantasy leagues this year because they wouldn't let me do it on my phone. I have 3 fantasy leagues. They were all auto-drafted. And then I cut a few of the players I didn't like, and I added a few. So one of the leagues, I'm stuck with Jalen Hurts as my quarterback. Another league, I got Brock Purdy. Yeah. And I don't remember who's in the third one. I think it's Kyler Murray or Justin Herbert. So I don't know. I know the Saints play the Cardinals at noon on Sunday, and I will be watching that game. And I might go live after that game. I don't know yet. If I don't, I'm sure Cajun might if he's awake. But Saints are going to beat the Cardinals. I don't know what the score's going to be. I hope it would be 28-3, Saints over the Cardinals. I'm good with that. But whatever the score is, as long as the Saints win, I'm happy. So I say run the score up if they want to. But yeah, I ain't even really worried about the game tonight. I can care less. I only watch the Saints games. That's it. But I don't see the Cowboys beating the Eagles. I really don't. If it happens, hey, great, wonderful. I don't think we play the Cowboys this year. I don't think we play the. Wait. No, maybe we do. I don't know. We played the Cowboys last year and we beat them. We played the Eagles and I think we lost. Hey, Jay, I have no idea. Why is everybody asking me where everybody is? I have no fucking idea where anybody is. I'm not their personal timekeeper. I don't know. I don't have their phone numbers. I don't know where anybody is. I wish I knew. I send people. I send them messages. Cage is probably sleeping. Southern Coin Hunter, I don't know. I don't have his info. Cage is probably sleeping there. I'm gonna start putting on the stream. I have no idea where anyone is. Don't ask because I don't know. I don't know where the hell he is either. Probably he knowing Elvis, he's probably wondering how his Vikings aren't winning now. He's probably figuring out how do my Vikings lose on Sunday. But if he shows up, I don't know who the Vikings play, but I'm sure the other team will beat the Vikings, no doubt. Yeah. In fact, just by me mentioning the Vikings, pretty much means Elvis will pop up. It's just a fact. So I don't know where. I honestly don't know where anybody is. I wish I did. You know, the land that YouTube likes to hide people. So I don't know. But if I could find them, then I would bring them in the chat. But I'm sure Cajun will make an appearance, fairly soon. Soon as he sees my message. He hadn't seen my message yet. He's probably laying down sleeping because I kind of know his schedule. So I say give it another 45 minutes or so. He'll pop in, give or take. Shit, that company closed down. That company closed a year ago. Almost a year ago. They shut everything down. I would still be there. They shut the company completely down. The building's still there. You know, the homeless broke into the building. They sleep in there now. But yeah. No, somebody sent me a message. I couldn't read it. It might have been Cajun that sent me a message. I couldn't read it, and I'm not gonna get into it now. But all I know, Sunday, the Saints are gonna win. That's all I know. So of course Saturday, well, LSU is gonna beat La Tech. LSU always, that LSU is gonna beat La Tech. That's just a given. Tulane plays South Alabama, so Tulane should beat South Alabama easily. All them Alabama teams just suck, So they ain't got any good Alabama teams out there. They all blow. But no, I'm pretty much retired at this point. I decided to take a vacation. So that way I can get away from the crazy people out there in the working force. So yeah, as of today, I took a vacation. How long that vacation lasts for? I don't know. Until I feel like doing something again. Haven't really thought of it yet. But I'll think of something. I think I'm going to go into business for myself. I could be a consultant. My friend's a consultant. He makes a lot of money. I'm sure I can do it. You don't need a college degree to be a consultant. I mean, you tell people, okay, this is what I think you should do, and then they do what they want. Then they do the complete opposite. And they pay you for it. Why not? So I tell them what they want to hear, and they give me a lot of money. That makes perfect sense. So I can actually my change I found today. There might be a silver quarter in here because there's a funny looking. There's a coin where it's jingling. So I might have to look at that. I know there's a few copper pennies in there. I saw at 74 and I saw 1981 in there somewhere. And then I got a Lewis and Clark nickel in there from 2005, I believe. So 2004. I knew it was one of those. In my specialty, go Tigers, LSU. Cup, one of the cups. I got the other one. I don't know what I did with the other one. Oh, it's still behind the TV, I think. I don't know. Still over that way. If I ever get a damn new laptop, or if I ever get a wire to fix this damn laptop, I will stream on a laptop. Because the phone, I dropped my phone. It's cracked at the top. Still works, but yeah. I don't know what the hell it is. But, I better find my headphones because I don't want to have to hear later on. Plug your damn headphones in. I don't want to plug them in. But I'll plug them in anyway. Let's see, what else? I need a beer. A lot of beers. Yes. Please help the channel and find me a money tree. Donate $42 million. Make me successful. If everybody on planet Earth would donate $1 to me, I would have $362 billion. I wouldn't be the richest person in the world, probably. But, I'd be better off than those people that got screwed in that Publishers Clearinghouse scam. So, those people, I don't feel sorry for those people at all. Not at all. I mean, how can you get paid for 12 years and go flat broke? You know? I mean, if you're getting paid $5,000 a week for 12 years and you ain't got no money to your name, you got a problem. Now, the ones that won the contest and never received one penny, those I feel for. But guys like, I don't have any money. I had to sell my house. I got to go back to work. $5,000 a week for 52 weeks. That's $250 grand a year for 12 years. That's $3.5 million, give or take. Now, of course, if you're getting $5,000 a week, you're gonna spend it. Most people will just spend it because they know the money tree's coming in. But nothing in life is guaranteed. I read an article where this guy's like, "Yeah, I wasn't prepared for this. I'm not financially stable. This is my only income." I'm like, how in the hell do you spend $5,000 a week every week? What are you spending it on? Like, I don't get the logic in that. How can you not save money? Nothing in life is given. Nothing in life is for free. I've always said Publishers Clearinghouse was a scam. I've always said it. Somebody bought Publishers Clearinghouse out of bankruptcy court. They're going to continue the contest. But it's a scam. They tell you don't have to buy anything in order to win, but then they beg you to buy shit. So finally people figured it out. They stopped buying the fucking magazines, and the company goes under. And then the company that bought it for nickels on the dollar. So that's that is just the luck of the draw. But no. But no, I work for myself. I have my organization. It's called well, I don't have a name for it yet, but it's LLC. So we'll figure out a name for it at another time. Just in the spirit of things, I'll plug my headphones in just for the hell of it. Things in. And then I unplug them. I ain't doing it a second time. So yeah, I'll do one for a while. I'm not doing a 5-hour stream. I just don't have the energy to do 5 hours. I don't want to do 5 hours. I could have pushed this back a little later, but whatever. Yeah, maybe one of these days YouTube will monetize me and give me a shiny penny. Make $1.37 on the side, and then they'll tax me off that $1.37, and I'll owe them 22 cents. It's all a scam. That's all it is. Twitch is a scam too. I mean, they changed all the rules to make it whatever. It's just all these platforms are scams. That's all. You don't make any money. They make it to where you don't make any money. That's how it's a scam. So, I don't know. Watch when Cage in a Southern actually pops up. And everybody who's asking me where the hell they are, ain't gonna be here. I'll be like, I don't know. Everybody's asking for you not here. I don't know. Southern might be streaming on his own right now. Southern Coin Hunter usually does stream on a Friday. I mean, if he is streaming, feel free to go to his stream. Go follow the man. Go give him a thumbs up. Go comment on this. Same thing with Cajun. Go follow him. Thumbs up. Comment. I mean, Cajun's probably demonetizing himself anyway. It's not worth it. Southern Coin Hunter's trying to monetize. He jumped a couple hundred subscribers lately. He's over 1,000. So congratulations to him. He'll be the next person that I know gets monetized. So go check out Southern Coin Hunter. Even if you hear this message 20 years from now, and for whatever reason YouTube's still around and you're actually 20 minutes in listening to this, why you would be, I have no idea. But Southern Coin Hunter. And of course, follow Cajun Coin Hunter, obviously. I don't have to tell you that. Probably already follow him. But if you don't follow Southern Coin Hunter, go follow the man. Diehard Tiger fan. Louisiana born, Louisiana bred. He don't screw around with people. And he does coins. So, you can't get wrong with that name. Southern Coin Hunter. He's from the Southern. He hunts the coins. That's all. That's self-explanatory. Cajun hunts the coins. So there you go. So self-explanatory. And of course, Neil Tazad. So And then everybody can bow down to me, Lord Emperor, of course. There you go. So I've pretty much bored everybody to death already, and that's fine. I don't know what was the question to the answer. I'm sure I got one. I just don't know what it is. But yeah, if Woodrow's around, he's awake. He's not on anybody else's stream. He'll pop in. So if you wait around a while, he'll pop in. If you're not here when he pops in, not my fault. So you just have to listen to my nonsense for a while. So there you go. I don't even know who's streaming at the moment. Also, go follow Zanron. I forget his channel name now. He was Deplorable Garbage, but he changed to Zanron something. Zanron Street Media, I think it's called. It's some weird. Just type in Deplorable Garbage. It'll get you to Zanron's channel. Go watch him. Go watch the cops. Go watch him kick the cop's butt. That's all the plugs I can do. It's really only 3 channels I follow that I can get along with nowadays. I follow a bunch of them, but the only 3 I feel like plugging off the top of my head is Cajun Coin Hunter, Southern Coin Hunter, and Zanron Streets Media, a.k.a. Deplorable Garbage, and the other 15 names he had in the past. Elvis don't string. He's just Elvis. He just roots for a bad team. That's all. He knows the Saints are better than the Vikings. In fact, the Saints are going to win the Super Bowl this year. So I already know that shit. The Vikings might have 5 or 6 wins, maybe. They're not. I mean, they're not as bad as the Vikings. Aren't as bad as the Falcons, the Panthers, or the Bucks. But they're close. Out of a team 1 to 32, I'd probably rank the Vikings 27th or 28th. The Falcons always 32. The Panthers are 31. I'll give the Bucks number 30. I mean, they're the second best team in the division, other than the Saints, obviously. And then you'll put your Cowboys down there somewhere, and then the other teams. I don't really have a definitive list. I don't like the Chiefs, so they're down there on the list. They're probably like 28th. Or I call them the chefs. But NFL overall sucks ass. I only root for my Saints. That's all I care about. The other 31 teams just don't even matter. They don't even exist at this point. But I always do some commentary on them because I can. What else do I don't really have a whole lot to talk about. I don't have topics on here. I just come on here and wing it. Three-fourths of the time I'm just talking to myself. YouTube is a form of therapy. Basically, this is my therapy session. I don't have to pay a doctor $150 every week or two. I can just come on YouTube or Twitch or whatever platform I'm on. Usually it's those two. And just say what I want, basically. That's all. Got no agenda. I don't care. Doing my thing. So people that piss me off, they get banned, and I don't got to deal with them anymore. YouTube is supposed to be fun. When the bullshit and the drama kicks in, I'm just not messing around with it anymore. Boop, bam, automatically done. You got them antagonists out there that like to play this card and that card. I'm just like, nah, fucking done. Keyboard warriors, bye. So we'll figure this out one of these days. But it's nice to know that everybody's looking for other people on the YouTube platform. But yeah, I'm on vacation, so I'm enjoying myself. I ain't there is no work. I'm retired. No more work. At least not right now. So, I'm my own boss. So I have a record to beat. I gotta beat my coworker's record. He made $2,000 on vacation. Buying, selling, flipping. So I'm probably not gonna make that goal, but hey, if I make half of that, yeah, I've done good. Well, I'm gonna have to lean off the dock for a minute. Not that anybody's paying attention, but there's the commercial there. So I'm gonna be back in 2-2. Yeah, probably not, but I always like to use that Chuck Woolery thing. Be back in 2-2. So I'll be back. All right. Well, looks like not many people's coming on the stream tonight, so I'm just gonna call it, and we'll do another one another night. So, see you.